What's up? I'm gonna be talking about one time when I was in New York. I met this guy on Tinder, or I guess found this guy on Tinder, and or matched with this guy on Tinder, and he was like, "Well, why don't you come out like to the city and we can hang out?" And I was like, or go to the bar. I was like, okay. So I was underage at the time. I was 20 years old. 20 years old, and so I go to the city. I get all dolled up, looking real cute. And actually, I got a haircut right before this, so I was really feeling it. So we go. I go. I meet him in Bryant Park, and he has like he's with his friend, and I'll say this guy's. Should I? I'll come up with a fake name. Um, now I gotta think of a fake name to say. John. I meet John at Bryant Park. He has a bottle of brandy, some type of brandy, and right away I saw like the dark liquor, and I said, "This is really not going to be good for me." We're at the bar, the park, chilling with him and his John's friend Kyle. I can't use that name actually. I don't. That will be a story for another time. Actually, yeah, I'll use this name, Kyle. So I'm with John and Kyle, and they're like, "All right, we." I get like a Coke and just like put it into a cup so people don't know that I'm drinking. Mix it with the brandy. And so they're like, well, my friend, I'm tired of making names for these people. Kevin, um, has like a rooftop at his place and we could chill and drink there. And I was like, all right, bet. So we go to Kevin's place. And I think his name actually was Kevin. And we're on the roof drinking, really, really pretty. Like you can see, like the Empire State Building is right in front of you on this roof. And so we're drinking. It starts to drizzle a little bit. So they're like, "Why don't we just go to the bar?" And I was like, "Well, hello, I can't. Underage." And they didn't know that until I said it. And actually, Kevin had like an extra ID of like some Asian guy that looked close enough to how I looked. So we go, I get the ID, we go to Rise, which is a gay bar in New York City, because Brandon wants to go to like the watch party for RuPaul's Drag Race. It was the season finale where they were going to reveal the winner, America's Next Drag Superstar. And it was the season that the bald one won. I don't even know her name. She like, at the finale, she like, the roses came out of her hair. It was really something to see, although I didn't see it. And I'll get to that in a second. So we go to the bar, and I get in with no problem. The bouncer just barely even looks at my ID. And so I go in, drinking, hanging out with John, and starting to get comfortable, starting to dance on him. And then he says, "Why don't we go to the bathroom?" And so my idiot self, I said, "Okay, let's go to the bathroom." So we go into the handicap stall together, and I won't go into the details of what happened, but we did not go all the way. We went to like, fuck it. I sucked his dick. And I don't remember if he ate me out. It could have happened. I know he didn't suck me off though. But I don't know. And I would like wasn't really prepared for going full swing. So we do that, and then we come back out, and this is while like the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race is being crowned. And the only reason that I'm at that bar, and I completely missed it. We're dancing again, drinking more, and then he goes into the bathroom, and I was left with like his friends. And so for whatever reason, I'm like triggered, and I like I think I just left the bar actually. I leave the bar, I go outside, and I'm standing outside. My phone's on like 1%. I was waiting for him to call me. He was trying to call me, but my phone was on airplane mode because I was trying to save my battery. Um, and so I'm standing outside for probably 10 minutes, and I'm getting pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't he calling me? Like, he's with somebody else in the bathroom. Just making myself more angry. And eventually, I realized that my phone's on airplane mode, and I have already started walking away. I don't even know where I was walking to, but I ended up by like the Intrepid, um, which is a boat, like a military boat that's a museum now, a battleship. Um, and so I'm there. It's raining now. I'm just walking around in the rain. He calls me. Like being very, very short with him. He's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I don't know." And eventually I gave him my location. And so he comes to see me. He like goes to give me a hug or a kiss. And I like push him away. I'm like, "What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. You're hooking up with other guys in the bathroom." And apparently he just went to go take a shit. Whether that's true or not, I'll never know. We're fighting. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Because I guess like realized that I was being an idiot. But he was like already turned off. And so he's like, well, I'm just going to take you to the subway. You need to go back to Penn Station and you need to go home. And I was like, no, I want to go to your place. And he's like, you're done. We're walking. He's like walking way ahead of me. And I'm walking slow because I'm tired, I'm drunk, I'm sad, and it's raining. He like keeps stopping and looking back for me. And I'm like, why are you walking so fast? Whatever. So eventually he drops me off at the subway. And I was like, peace out. I go back to Penn Station. And then I take the wrong train home. I end up in Queens having to transfer at Jamaica, which is the train station in Queens. I slept at the train station for like 2 hours and then finally got on the train, got to Lindenhurst, where I'm from, my hometown. And then I had to walk from the train station in my hometown home because it's like 4 a.m. and I did not want to wake up my parents up to tell them to pick my drunk ass up from the train station when I told them that I was going to be home around 12. So I walk home in the rain. All in all, just not my best night, but also not my worst. So, moral of the story is drinking is really not good for me in any way. And for whatever reason, I can't stop. I don't know what it is, really. I think it's called alcoholism. But yeah, that's all I have for this story. Hope you enjoyed. I really need to get better at this storytelling thing. Peace out.